Hello everyone, this is Tristan Dodds on the mic, Chris Parisi on the camera here. We have a matchup between the the Chicklets and the Fire Angels. Chicklets in the blue, Fire Angels in the purple with light blue there. Off the draw, Chicklets win it, they play it back. Chicklets control, it's Aiken. Chip play to the middle, was watched by McCulloch, but it gets through. Battle for the ball. Chicklets control in their own zone. Play it up. Knocked down with behind the opponent's net there by the Chicklets. Battle for the ball. The Fire Angels pick it up. Here's number 2 controlling. Takes a look, knocks it down, and controls back in her own zone. Terzawick tries to play it up, but it's lost by her and brought back in. Great play by Terzawick, though, to get it off her opponent's stick and pass up to Fisher. Great hustle by number 20 there, the Fire Angels. Battle for the ball. The Fire Angels keep control. Chicklets win it for a moment. In some feet. Chip back in the zone. Fought for. Battle for the ball. Chip play up to the wall. It's kept in at the center line by number 2 of the Fire Angels. She'll play it off the high glass in deep. Fisher over there to pick it up. Amanda Fisher's pass in front looking for McCulloch just out of her reach. Played out but kept in. Number 2 shot tipped by Fisher just high. Aiken battling with Fisher there. Spun behind the net. If I can get my rosters pulled up here, I forgot to do it. I gotta check a couple people's numbers. But right now, shot by a Fire Angels player in the middle. Great save by the Chicklets goaltender. And save. And it'll be face off deep in the Chicklets zone. Face off draw here. Deep in Chicklets territory. Off the draw, number 77 takes that, Monroe. Monroe loses it to the Chicklets player in their own zone. That would be icing against the Chicklets. It's number 27 there. Clack tries to chip it up high to herself. Hustle after it, but too much mustard on that one. Goes all the way down and out of her reach and icing before center. Chicklets take the draw again. Number 77 Monroe on the draw against a Chicklets player I can't see there. Monroe wins it. Teed. Teed passes it down low. 23 Tino. Shot blocked. Teed shoots, goes wide. Play up the middle, but it's blocked. Chiodo keeps it in. Play off the wall here. Here's Teed. Spins off a check, plays it up to Uchiho. Uchiho tries to bring it in. Blocked by Dixon partially. Gonna play it up. It's in some feet. Chicklets chip it in. Uchiho watching her there. Teed picks it up. Teed controls. Spins off a check. Teed slows it down. Uchiho tries to play it out, but it's kept in and blocked at the boards here. Now here's Monroe. Monroe plays that up. Looking for Robinson. Robinson will hustle after it. Play to the middle, but nobody's there. Here come the Chicklets the other way. Number 44, Callow. Callow plays it up. It's blocked at the line, though. Robinson. Robinson controls. Slap shot sort of fanned on the shot attempt there. Trying to play it to the middle was Monroe. It's blocked. Uchiho gets it in some feet. Another chance for it. She oversteps the play. Here come the Chicklets the other way. Chicklets control, they get center. Number 13, Kiselwich gets in, chips it in deep. Chiodo will be after it. Oh, sorry, that's Davis. Davis will be after it. Play it up. Davis gets it again. Leanne Davis plays it up. Try to get it to her teammate, Slusar, number 88. She gets it there. Now pass by McCulloch. Shelly McCulloch to Fisher. Fisher takes a look. Passes the middle. It's blocked by Aiken. Aiken gets center line, rather gets it to her own zone line and chips it up. Shot blocker saved by the goaltender of the Fire Angels. It's Jess Herb, I believe. Chipped up. Set in deep. Here's Teed. Offside call, delayed, but she gets back. Here's Teed. Teed controls. Teed gets the ball, plays it up to Fisher. Fisher tries to bring it down, but it's knocked by the stick of one of her opponents on the wall. In some feet. Battle for possession there. The Chicklets still keep the zone. Pass off a stick of a defender. Grunheit's there all alone, but she oversteps the play a little bit. It goes behind her. Great luck. And it's sent all the way down for icing against the Fire Angels. Face-off will go deep in the Fire Angels zone. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Score currently 0-0. Third and final game of this evening. First game was commentated by Mike Nielsen. Mike on the mic. That was cool. Second here, the next two by me and Chris Parise on the camera for all three. And some feet. Fire Angels try to clear it. It's kept in. Here's Aiken. Shoots to the corner. A little wrist pass to the where there's no people to try to get it to her teammate to be able to pick that up. Here's a great play. A pass the middle. Number 55 all alone. 55 is Snetzinger, who had a great chance, but couldn't quite pick it up. Shot, tip, just wide. Great tip by Foster. Spun around. Fire Angels try to clear it out. That was number 2, Ludon. She can't get it out, though. Now here's a play up the wall. Kept in the middle. There's by Foster on the wall, rather. McCulloch was there, but not in time. Stephanie Foster, captain. Pass in front. Again, looking for a teammate just out of her reach. The same player there in the middle in the slot this time. Snetzinger, number 55. Fisher tries to play it down and out. She gets it out at center, but it's chipped right back in by the Fire Angels. Here come the Fire Angels with the ball. Number 2, Ludon. Ludon being hustled really hard by one of the players there. Pass the middle, blocked. A look, a shot, blocked in front for Terziewicz, number 20. Here's Dixon. Dixon past the slot, in some feet. Grabbed and held by number 13 of the Chicklets for too long, so it's blown dead. It's Kisowicz. An odd penalty there. She put her whole hand around the ball and held it for a couple seconds and moved with it. Can't do that, so it's blown dead, and she'll go to the box. I guess it's kind of like delay of game call in a sense. Face-off will go deep into the Chicklets zone. Don't see that kind of penalty every day. It's a napper power play for the Fire Angels here. See if they can get the first one on the board here and break this scoreless drought for first couple minutes of this game. It's early yet, still a lot of time to be played, so fair enough there's not a goal yet. Off the draw, it's won by the Fire Angels player. It's too far up. Here's Terziewicz. Terziewicz gets it knocked off her stick. Trying to bring it in. Great back check by Uccio there. Herb will try to get her stick on it. She will for a moment. Battle for the ball. Terziewicz tries to get a whack at it, but it's knocked down. Here's Ludon. Avery Ludon controls. Tries to play it to herself. Bit of a sloppy play. Gets given away by Dixon. Number 2 shoots just wide. Try to clear it out, but it's Dixon again keeping it in. Kaylee Dixon shoots. Glove save Herb. Ludon will clear it out of harm's way. And she'll pass with her player on the wall. It's number 2 there. Louch. Here's number 66 with the ball, not on the roster. Tries to clear it out. Kept it with the line, though. Fought for. Half this penalty has been killed by the Chicklets here. Minute left in the PK for the Fire Angels. Rather, for the Chicklets, my apologies. The power play for the Fire Angels. Number 44, Callow, spins it around behind her own net. There to pick it up as the opponent, though. It's number 3, Robinson. It's sent all the way down. Herb will come out to play it. She'll play it up. In some feet. Pardon me. Battle for the ball. Dixon picks it up. Terziewicz stick. Ludon's there to watch as well. Dixon will pick it up. Play it to the point, but to the wrong man here. It's an opponent there. Number 77, Monroe. Pass across. Robinson. Robinson controls. Loses the ball. Here's Uccio. Uccio tries to play it up. It's knocked down. Here's Davis. Davis keeps in at center and chips it down. Great play by Leanne Davis to get it out of the block a pass in neutral territory and chip it in deep. Penalty fully killed here by the Chicklets as be out the box. Kisselwich her team will dominantly kill that. She has an odd delay of game call where she holds the ball with her glove and moves a couple steps, which sometimes is just something you do without thinking, and it's probably what the case was on that one. Unfortunate break for their team, but they kill her penalty regardless, and back even strength here. Davis gets it, but it's before center. She rings it down a couple steps in her own territory, rather in neutral territory, before the center line. It's icing going against the Fire Angels. Face-off will go deep in their zone. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Score still 0-0. We had a napper power play for the Fire Angels moments ago, but they couldn't convert on that one. The Chicklets kill it pretty dominantly, and they actually had more chances on the PK down a man, shorthanded than they did at the beginning before they were shorthanded. A bit of a weird one. Chipping it, trying to clear it out. It comes out at center, offside. Now it's good. They check up. Davis will play it in, but Aiken's shot goes wide. Shot from a sharp angle blocked. Ludon picks it off the stick of one of the Chicklets players. Ludon swings it around the wall looking for her teammate. That was Fisher. Fisher gets it, whacks at it, but great play by Gorman. Number 99. I'll pass across. Gets through. Here's number 55. Snetchinger. Snetchinger plays it in deep. Blocked by a stick. That was Doble trying to get there, number 27, but it's past her. Little soft little chip play by the Fire Angels player, end up working out. Number 5 Hergert with a great look. Shot on the goal and saved by the Chicklets goaltender, Lisa Hill. Drew a blank there for a moment, forgot who it was we had between the pipes. The Chicklets goalie is almost always Lisa Hill. I don't think I've ever seen her miss a game for her team. I've seen her here every single time I commentate a Chicklets game. Hill's in between the pipes, so I guess that's their ride or die goaltender. A couple teams have a few. Seems like Hill is just the only goalie that they ever need because she's solid and she's reliable. Plays every game that I can think of. Should play up. Trying to chip it in deep where the Fire Angels, but they can't. Now here come the Chicklets. Grunheit pass up. Loses it, gets it back though. Just to play it up. Here's Dixon. Dixon whacks at it, and Uchiho clears it once and then gives it away. And second time clears it back down again. Then it's blocked. Here come the Fire Angels. Here's Robinson. Robinson past the middle. It's blocked. Clearing attempt. Try to keep that in with Shelley McCulloch, but she couldn't quite do so. Now Teed oversteps the play. Here's Grunheit. Outside the zone. Delayed offside. They check up. So it'll be good. We'll keep the flow of the play going. Pass up. Here's Grunheit. Carly Grunheit controls. McCulloch blocks it. Here's Dixon. Dixon controls. Pass it up. Dixon just barely slides across and keeps in the zone, keeps her foot as Grunheit kind of double clutched the ball there on the wall. Here's Aiken. Shot. Big save. Herb goes just wide. Pass to Dixon, way out of reach. Uchiho's clearing attempt kept in. Aiken again shoots. Blocked by Uchiho there. Kept in at center though. Dixon takes a look. Shot blocked to the corner by McCulloch there with a good foot. Kept in at the center line by number 99 there of the Chicklets. Number 99 was Gorman, right? Gorman with a couple great plays this game. Grunheit will go off for a change. Replaced by Kisselwich. Right in front of us here. Battle for the ball. Uchiho puts it in deep, but it's blocked by Dixon. Dixon plays it to the middle, but it's knocked down by Lauch and almost given away, but she keeps it. Here's Kisselwich. Icing waved off. It's too slow moving. McCulloch there. Kisselwich hustling after it. Shelley McCulloch takes a look. There in support, though, for the Chicklets in the O-zone. Kisselwich almost knocks it off McCulloch's stick. McCulloch will now spin off the check and play it to Ludon. Ludon's clearing attempt. Trying to keep that in was 66. Not on their roster, the Chicklets, but just barely over a stick there on a bounce. 55 there. Snetchinger. Snetchinger knocked off her stick. Played up. Clearing attempt fanned on. Now Fisher's hustling after it. Kisselwich battling for the ball. Fisher will get it pass up the middle. Great defensive stick there by 66 of the Chicklets. I wish I had her name because she's had a pretty good game thus far. She's been locked in. Pass the middle. Kisselwich knocks it down. Hand pass as it hits the glove. Of Terzawick right to her teammate. She doesn't touch it, so it's blown dead. Face-off will pop just outside the Chicklet zone on that hand pass. And fortunate break for the Fire Angels. They just had some pressure rolling. They had some momentum, but slowly gets killed by that unfortunate break here. Off the draw. Chicklets win it. Try to clear it back up. It's kept in by Teed there and some feet. Kisselwich plays it up and will clear it down. Icing waved off. Here's Teed. Teed being hustled down by Doble. Teed spins off the check of Doble one time and does it a second time as well. Teed with a solid game thus far. Teed spins it off the high glass to Fisher. Fisher plays it in deep, hits Kisselwich's stick, rolls down. Icing waved it off here. Here's Teed. Teed stretch pass up the middle, but nobody's there with the opponent. Here's Callow. Rianne Callow plays it up. 55, Snetchinger's pass is blocked. And the Fire Angels try to bring it up. They do. Here's Fisher. Pass to the middle, but nobody's there but the opponents there in their own, just inside their own zone. That was number 44, Callow, clearing that down. Then it's brought right back in by a Fire Angels player. Battle for the ball. Ball stuck. They'll move it, though. The Fire Angels pick it up. Pardon me. Sorry about that. And pass to the middle, off a stick, rolls. Hill made a save. Now Teed gets it far out. Wrist shot goes too high. Good chance for Teed there, but a little bit too much lift on that shot. As she would have had a... She kind of had a top of the net empty there as Hill was down, but she rings it high anyways. Lucky thing for Hill there. She was down and out for a moment. And a pass back is blocked by Dixon. Kaylee Dixon now gets a pass across. There's number 3. Takes a look, shoots, big save. Herb Grunheit with a great chance. Now a pass trying to go to the middle to Dixon is blocked by Teed's stick on the backhand. It rolls right to Herb, who covers it up. Great chance for Carly Grunheit there all alone. Just barely, almost. I think she had her beat. She kind of opened her up a bit, trying to get a chance between the 7-hole, like blocker and the pad there, all above the pad, below the arm there, but Herb just gets enough of it. Great play to stay with it as well and try to pass it to the middle. Didn't quite work out though. Pass up blocked. Here's Dixon. Dixon's shot. Trying to block though is Leanne Davis, but it goes past her. Here's Robinson. Kept it at the line. Gorman played in deep off a foot. Loose. Grunheit was there, but Herb swallows it up. Face off deep in the Fire Angels zone. Good shift from the D here on the wall. Dixon and Grunheit. They'll go off. They'll be replaced by Snetchinger and Kisselwich. Off the draw. One cleanly by the Chicklets. Here's Aiken, a shot. Stick save. Herb up in the air. Stays in play. Kisselwich controls. Pass to the middle. Nobody's there but the opponents, though. Robinson tries to knock it down. She does, but then can't keep possession as Aiken plays it to the wall. Here's Hannah Snetchinger. Takes a look. Shot. Blocked by Davis in front. Snetchinger again takes a look. Tries a feathery little pass through, but Davis blocks it again. Now the Fire Angels can't clear their own zone. Here's Snetchinger. Great play by Gorman. Now Snetchinger's pass intercepted. Up in the air. Just barely not a high stick, the ref behind me says. That was close, and I'll take his word for it. Now they get it up the zone. At center. Here's a great play, number 77, all alone breakaway shot. Hill swallows it up with a huge save. Lisa Hill snags it. What a save. Chicklets goalie. Absolute larceny. Robbed her. Stays with the play and stares her down and swallows it up. Good save by Hill there. Still 0-0. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left in the first of 2 periods. Not a lot on the scoreboard. A lot of action back and forth. Good competitive game. No one's found the back of the net just yet. Thus far, let's see if that can change. Chipped in deep by Teed. Aiken will pick that up. Here's Aiken controlling. She spins off a check. Number 88 of the Fire Angels. That is Slusar, watching closely on one of the walls. Battle for the ball. McCulloch loses possession. Spins off and gets it back, though. Here's a great chance here. Slusar. Slusar trying to chip it past Gorman. She can't get it past her, and then she gets the ball back, though, and passes the middle to Fisher. Fisher controls. Drives the net. Shot knocked off her stick by the great stick of Gorman there defensively. As well as Hill was there. Might have poke checked it. One or the other, but they're both there ready. Clearing attempt by the Chicklets. Kept in at the line. Here's Teed. Teed shoots from far out. Blocked by the middle. Blocked at the middle by the defender, rather. Here's Snetzinger. Chip pass to herself. Snetzinger picks it up. Played up to the middle and some feet. Herb will swallow it against the post, though. Big save for her. Made it look easy, and she'll grab it behind the side of the net. So I'm a bit tired today, folks. I was kind of slurring my words there. Sound like I'm drunk or something. It's not due to alcohol. It's due to less sleep. I wish. I'm kidding. A little bit not kidding, though. Off the draw. Chicklets win it. Shot. Stick save Herb, and she'll swallow up the rebound. It's rolling around in the side of the crease as well. Faceoff will be redone right where it just was moments ago after that has just happened here. Foster takes the draw against number 88. Foster wins it. Shot from Grunheit, rather. A pass from Grunheit, but back down low. Shot through the crease. Here's Robinson. Robinson tries to play it up. Dixon tried to get there first, but that pressure made Robinson kind of panic and chip it down, so that's icing against the Fire Angels. Ooh, that was a loud one. Oops, sorry. Damn. Shots on goal 10-6 in favor of the Fire Angels against the Chicklets here. Off the draw. Chicklets pick it up. 28 seconds left. Shot tipped loose for a moment. Cleared. A shot from Grunheit. A second whack at it. Cleared just out of the reach. Callow shot. Blocked by Davis. Trying to clear it out. 16 seconds. Another shot. Wide loose. And it'll be swallowed up by Herb as Grunheit had two whacks at it to bury it. And just barely couldn't. What a great chance for number 3, Carly Grunheit there. Oh my goodness, she couldn't buy a goal. That's so unlucky. She had a great opportunity there. She's right in the right position to get a great play. But shot by Grunheit, blocked by Uchiho. Clearing attempt, blocked down. Herb makes the save. Uchiho will clear it down. 2 seconds left in the first period, and that'll do it for this first frame of 2. We'll be back at you momentarily with the second and final period. Don't go yet. Still lots of action to be had. Thanks for tuning in. Second period upcoming shortly. Goodbye. Hello everybody, welcome back. Tristan Dotson on the mic, Chris Breezer on the camera. We're back at it again. The second and final period, the third and final game of this evening at Eagle Ridge Community Centre in beautiful downtown Langford, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. We have a matchup between the Chicklets and the Fire Angels. This is game 2 of a Women's Division playoff series. Or is this game 1? I actually don't know. One or the other, but we'll figure that out sooner rather than later. Sorry, I think it's the first game actually. I think I'm mistaken. Off the draw, the Chicklets control. Play up in some feet. Chipped down by number 2 of the Chicklets. That is Chicklets control still. 2 has it again. Number 2 is Louch, right. Brittany Louch plays it up. It's knocked down by Uccio. Uccio chips it past Green Height, but keeping it in is Gorman. Trying to clear that on the net was one of the Busters player, rather the Chicklets players. Sorry. Wrong team. That was last game. And some feet. Herb has it. It's loose. They score! Oh my goodness. Herb got unlucky as she was falling down at her own pad, hit it out of her glove. And then who I was just talking about moments ago, trying to figure out who they were on my roster here, Brittany Louch, number 2 of the Chicklets, has opened the scoring for this game in favor of the Chicklets as they go up 1-0 really early in this second and final frame. Just over 30 seconds in. And this game has finally got a goal, and it's in favor of the Chicklets here. Tripped across. McCulloch will pick it up. McCulloch gets it to Fisher. Back to McCulloch. Now back to the teammate on the wall there. That was number 5, Hergert. Shot on net all the way by Chicklets player, just in before center, pardon me, was knocked down by Herb and played up. In some feet, Fisher will control. Snetzinger hard on Fisher there. Fisher plays it up. Number 88, Slusar. Slusar watched by Gorman. Slusar plays it down. Slusar hard on the wall. Battle for possession. Chicklets player picks it up. They lose it. Tripped on goal to Hill. Hill will try to play it behind her net, but it then ends up giving it away as one of the defender wasn't ready. I was Aiken behind, rather more towards the side here, higher up. Here's Aiken picking it up. Aiken controls. Aiken played up the middle, and some feet sent down with the icing against the Chicklets. Face-off will go deep in their zone next to Lisa Hill, the Chicklets goaltender, momentarily. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. Score now officially 1-0 in favor of the Chicklets against the Fire Angels. Courtesy of number 2, Brittany Louch, scoring the first goal of this game. Before that, it was scoreless early into the second frame. Just over 30 seconds into it, 32 to be exact, and Chicklets get on the board. In some feet, here's Uccio trying to battle it, trying to get a shot on Herb. It's blocked down, and shot loose for a moment. As Monroe has a clean backhand on the Hill, but Hill makes a save. Keep her team up 1-0. Lisa Hill shuts the door. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the second final period of this third and final game this evening at Eagle Ridge. Off the draw, Fire was winning the O-zone. Shot, toe save Hill. Clearing attempt. Davis tries to keep it in. She can't, though. It'll pop out. Now the Chicklets try to play it up. That was Kisselwich, but she hits it off a forechecker's knee there in the middle. Battle for the ball. The Chicklets chip it up. Great play between the defender's leg there. Number 88 of the Chicklets is Foster, the captain. Foster plays it down, looking to go to 66 on their roster, but it's past her all the way down their own zone behind their brother, beside their goaltender, but near behind their net of Hill. Chicklets control. 66 takes a look, watched by Uccio. Uccio pressures her with a great look there, knocks it down partially. Here's 66, will swing it around. Kept in by Davis. Up in the air, it's still in, now it pops out. Play down low, Kisselwich. From a pass from Snetzinger, Kisselwich takes a look, shot on the net. Herb will make a save, try to look to pass it, but nobody's there, but the forecheck will crash in the net, so she'll elect to hold it for a whistle. And take a little break. I think she wanted to keep the play moving, but none of her teammates wanted to do that much, apparently, as they didn't get open. Current score 1-0 in favor of the Chicklets over the Fire Angels. Shots on goal 19-8 in favor of the Chicklets as they're peppering the opponents here. Shot, glove down by Ludon, picked up by Louch. Shot on goal, a sharp angle. Herb makes a save on it. Took a weird bounce for a moment. Here's Louch again. Brittany Louch, watched by Avery Ludon. Number 2 for the Chicklets, number 2 for the Fire Angels have a battle. Dixon knocks it down, tries to play it to the point. 66 will be pressured on the wall. Ball is loose, kept in at the line. Play it up. Here's Slusar. Slusar passes the middle. Callow tries to lift the stick, but she can't. It's a strong arm by number 5 of the Fire Angels. Kept their both hands on her stick and makes a really strong play to not allow that to happen. She must work on her forearms. That was pretty impressive. Didn't even look like she barely got moved by that. And she put a lot of oomph into that. The player did trying to lift the stick, Slusar. Somebody's been going to the gym this offseason, I'll say that much. That's what it looked like. Super strong play on the middle there. Here's Aiken from far out. Shot goes wide. Crew Knight almost gets hit in the face by it, but she gets out of the way. Dixon tries to play it to Gorman. It's out of her reach. Dixon will pick it up, though. Here's Dixon. Pass across, blocked. And Slusar knocks it down, but there to pick it up. It's number 27. 27 controls. That is Doble. Just tries to pass behind the net of her opponents, but it's blocked. Clearing attempt, fanned on by Tersowick. Dixon will knock it off her stick, pick it up. Pass to the middle. Looking for Kislewicz, but it's just out of her reach. And it'll be sent all the way down. And it'll be icing going against the Fire Angels. Face will go deep in their zone. Fulton will throw it to his officiating partner here in the corner. Not familiar with this official's name, so only know Fulton here. Seen him around a few times. Didn't catch his name, so sorry about that, folks. But regardless, he will drop the ball here. Face-off won offensively by the Chicklets. Gorman picks that up. Gorman shot, stick save Herb, clearing attempt. Kislewicz shot blocked by Lee Robinson. Great play. Now Yasuko Uchiho. Uchiho trying to bring it in. Gets center, chips it down, it'll go to Hill. Hill will come out of her crease to grab it. She thought about playing it to Aiken for a moment, I believe, but Robinson was there crashing the net. Left side, so she'll hold it. Hill will get a break and reset here on the draw. So the Fire Angels win it back offensively in their own zone. Here they come. Here's number 27. Goes Clack. Steph Clack plays it around. Uchiho will pick that up. Uchiho controls shot. Robinson whacks at it. Hill clears it to the corner momentarily. Behind the net, it's cleared up. And it'll be kept in at the center line by McCulloch. McCulloch's shot gets through to Monroe. Monroe shoots, toe save Hill. Robinson was there. Aiken's there first, though. Aiken will play it off the glass all the way down. That'll be icing against the Chicklets. Kind of panic and they're in their own zone. Chip it down and out. If they're tired, I guess fair enough. Just let them have a change so they'll switch up and get some new players on the court. So if that's the case, I guess that works out for them. They will be taking the draw defensively, but hopefully that won't matter. They still lead 1-0 against their opponents off the draw. Chicklets win it back clean. It's Foster winning that draw against Slusar. Clearing attempt blocked by Slusar. Now in some feet. The 88 versus 88. Both teams 88s on the draw there. Steph Foster against Carly Slusar. Here's Callow. Callow passes the middle. Blocked by McCulloch. McCulloch clears it to the corner. Who's there but not her teammate. It's an opponent. That's Callow. Ryan Callow behind the net. McCulloch will pick that up. Shelly McCulloch controls. Backhand passes. Fanned on. Up in the air. Slusar will get it down. It gets to Fisher. Amanda Fisher takes a look. Fisher at the center spins it around. To her team in the middle there. It's number 5, Hergert. Hergert's offside as Fisher didn't check up in time. She went in the zone before the ball does. It's knocked just inside the blue by one of the Chicklets players, or outside the blue neutral territory by a Chicklets player out of the air. And Fisher doesn't check back in time, so Fulton sees it there and blows it dead. Face-off will pop in neutral territory. Slusar will take the draw against number 2, Louch. Louch wins it cleanly. Here's Callow. Callow tries to play it up. It's blocked by Fisher's foot at first. Now Dixon will pick it up. Dixon will wing it across to Grunheit. Grunheit controls. Carly Grunheit passes the middle, blocked by Ludon. Now it's a pass up to Fisher. Fisher with a look, a shot way wide. Kind of towed that, trying to make the ball roll when she's about to shoot that, so it goes a little wide, not the way she wanted it to go. There's Fisher to Ludon. Ludon shoots. Knocked down. Hill will play it to the corner. Hill will get it, but Hergert will pick it up though. Hergert tries to play it to the point, but Grunheit will pick it up. Grunheit will lose control of it. She'll try to play it out. Stays in just at the line. But now it'll pop out as Louch will help her out. Now Dixon to Louch. Louch controls. Great back check by Ludon there, but Louch still gets it back. He plays it behind the opponent's net. Herb watching Dixon with the ball there. Kelly Dixon tries to pass it around, but it's blocked by Davis there. Leanne Davis plays it up. Number 3 controls. That is Robinson. Robinson watched by Callow. Robinson gets it knocked off her stick by Callow. Battle for the ball. Robinson still controls. Callow will fight for it with Robinson. Callow comes up with it, gets that to Dixon. Dixon plays it across for Grunheit. Carly Grunheit takes a look. Pass up. Grunheit controls. Pass to the middle, a great look just behind her on the play. Great chance for the Chicklets to bring it in, get a 2-goal lead, but just behind the play on that pass. Here's Monroe. Monroe makes center and chips it down deep. Clearing attempts off a body, almost putting her own net by 27 there. Clearing attempt comes out at center, but it's picked up by Ludon. Ludon gets his zone at center, now chips it in deep for a teammate. That's Robinson. Robinson gets the O-zone here. Lee Robinson controls. Watched by Callow. Good battles between Rianne Callow and Lee Robinson here. Callow picks it off. Callow controls. Callow hustling there. Watched by Ludon. Callow will make center, try to clear it up. She will. Her stick gets held by Ludon. There'll be a penalty coming up to number 2. Right in front of the goalie, too. Or rather, right in front of the ref, not goalie. Right in front of the ref, Fulton, immediately. Ludon will take that penalty, I believe. Yes, she will. For a holding penalty, she put her arm and squeezed it between her arm and her side there for quite some time, right in front of Chris Fulton. I don't know if she thought that was sneaky or not, but that was directly a step and a half in front of the referee standing right there, so they're going to call it. That's a really dumb play, if I'll be honest. If you want to do it, you got to do it sneaky. You can't hold it that long. I'm really giving you benefit of the doubt if you hold it for a second or two. You can't hold it for 5-10 seconds right in front. Here's Aiken. Power play. Napper power play for the Chicklets. See if they can double their lead. Shot hits Herb, goes up in the air. McCulloch gets it, try to clear it. She has it, but pressuring her behind the net. Here's one of the... McCulloch will kill some time, but then it's backhand shot. Hits a body, goes behind the net. Almost looked like it went in here from this angle, but goes off the far post. Here's Dixon. Dixon to Aiken. Aiken has space to walk in and shoot. She'll shoot it. It's blocked by McCulloch. Way to sacrifice the body by Shelley there. Here's Dixon again. Kelly Dixon shot. In front. Louch is there. A shot from number 88. Just wide. Foster on a great chance. Clearing attempt. Kept in. Here's Dixon. Dixon from Kisselwich. Pass across Aiken. Aiken back to Dixon. Dixon shoots. Blocked by McCulloch with a great play, and she'll clear it down as well. McCulloch standing in the way. Hits her off the face shield there. And she sacrifices her body there. Make a play on the PK. Half the penalty killed by the Fire Angels here. The Chicklets penalty was also killed. Or the Chicklets power play was also killed by the Fire Angels earlier as well. So we'll see if they can do it a second time. 2 penalties in this game. Both have been to the Fire Angels that I remember. Shot by Aiken hits Louch in the body there. Now gets to Gorman. Here's Gorman's shot. Tipped in front, rebound. Oh, a second whack out number 27. Doble gets it high. Schlesinger trying to go to Doble. It's in her feet. Clearing attempt kept in by Aiken. Kayla Aiken controls. Shot, glove save Herb, it pops out. Robinson tries to clear it, she can't, gives it right away. Shot, save, rebound, cleared to the far post. Battle for the ball. Lisa Hill getting her team going. Clearing attempt kept in again. Clearing attempt gets knocked down again by Gorman. The Chicklets on an absolutely burner of a power play here. It just ended about 20 seconds ago. It's even strength now. I forgot to mention that, folks. Sorry. It's chipped down by Loudon. They're in their own zone, so icing's not the case here. Here's Tersawick picking it up. Tersawick battling with one of the players on the wall. It's given away. That was number 55, Snetzinger. 66 not on the roster, battling with Loudon. Loudon with one hand makes a play to the middle. Loudon had an unreal game this far. Kept in at the line. Chipped in. 66. Slows it down, tries to go to Foster. Fisher's there first though. Fisher plays it down low. 66 controls, spun around to 88 Foster. Fisher's there to pressure though. 66 might be Rhea Ringheim. I think I figured out who that is. Sent down, rolling slowly all the way. No icing. Goaltender will come out to play it. Jess Hurd plays it to Tersawick here. She decides to play it across the tee instead of Tersawick there. Snetzinger pushing the wall, Louch pushing the wall, number 2, not 55. From the Fire, they'll chip it in deep, stick save by Hill out of the corner. Just under over 4 minutes left in this game. Chicklets lead 1-0 against the Fire Angels. Fisher's shot blocked. Louch clearing attempt. Will pop free. Here's Davis. Davis chips it past Kisselwich to Fisher. Fisher tries to go to Loudon on the line. Ringheim will pick it up. Ringheim takes a look. Pass up in the air. It's gloved down by Dixon. Dixon has time. She'll spin it past Davis. Here's Kaylee Dixon. Forehand. She scores! Dixon makes her 2-goal lead for her team here, the Chicklets. Nice shot. Beats Herb clean. Herb was tired from all the shots she took, I think, as well. She had her there for a moment, but gave her a little too much space on the right side of top cheese of the net there. And Dixon goes right where Womack hides the cookies there, top shelf. Unreal game by Dixon in this for her team, the Chicklets. And she doubles her team's lead late in this game. Just under 4 minutes remaining now. Chicklets lead by 2. Try to bring it up and chip it in past Davis, and she will, as one of the Chicklets players pass across, hits the block of Herb, goes to the corner. Here's Uchiho, Yasuko Uchiho. Uchiho controls. Makes center, tries to get it past, but she can't now. It's blocked by Callow. Chipped in, goes past Kisselwich. Picking that up is number 27, Doble. Doble plays it behind her opponent's net. Herb will play it down low. McCulloch is there to pick it up. McCulloch chips it past Kisselwich, but there to pick it up first is Callow, getting it past Uchiho. Shot by Callow from a sharp angle, gloved by Jessica Herb for a whistle. Good save by Herb later in this game. See if her team, the Fire Angels, can maybe get at least one on here, maybe be able to pull her goalie and get back in it. You never know. Right now, it's looking like the chance of that happening is pretty dull, though. The light at the end of the tunnel to tie this up is looking dimmer and dimmer every shift here for the Fire Angels. The Chicklets have been giving it to them and just dominating this game thus far. Off the draw, they win it clean. Here's Aiken. Aiken's shot misses the net. Corner, trying to bank it off Herb, was Doble. It's knocked down. Doble gets a second whack at it past McCulloch, who lost track of the ball with their eyes there. Then Herb will glove it down for a whistle. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. This is the third and final game of this evening at the Eagle Ridge Community Center in beautiful downtown Langford in Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Sorry, a lot of things there, but gotta rep the hometown, you know. Shot off the draw, goes in front of the net, and it's just wide. Pass to the middle, blocked. Slusar tries to clear it. Gorman keeps it in. Now it's blocked by a Fire Angels player. It's number 5. Number 5 spins it, tries to get it to Fisher. It's knocked off Fisher's stick, so icing is waved. If that was Hergert, number 5 for the Fire Angels. Amanda Fisher, watched by Aiken. Fisher takes a look. Pass in front, just out of the reach of Slusar. Here's McCulloch. McCulloch's shot is blocked. Now here's Grunheit. Grunheit all alone. Teed gets it. Grunheit tries to shoot it, kind of drive in the middle though is Teed, but Grunheit gets it back. Here's Snetzinger. Snetzinger takes a look. Hannah Snetzinger pass in front, blocked by McCulloch. Rebounds there, free. Gorman shoots. Glove save, Herb. Rebound, backhand. Blocked by Teed, played behind the net. Snetzinger's there to pick it up first though. Fisher wasn't there, now there was Slusar. Passing in the middle. Blocked by Hergert, but then Gorman gets it a shot, blocked by the stick of Hergert and wide. Grunheit played to the middle. Fisher will try to pick it up. It rolls past her stick, she'll grab it. Here's Aiken with a great play defensively. What a play by Kayla Aiken there. Should have been offside, but they don't call it. It's all right. The zone comes out and they let it go. Nobody touched anyways, so that wouldn't have been offside actually. Should have been delayed offside, but nothing happened. Here's number 2. Louch. Louch gets to the line to Callow. Callow controls. Slap shot. Bomb. Saved by Herb. Rebound pops free. Callow gets a second whack at it. It's tipped by McCulloch. Up in the air and cleared. Slow moving, so icing is waved off. Here's Rhea Ringheim. Rhea Ringheim controls. Takes a look. Plays it down low slowly and calmly to Brittany Louch, her teammate on the wing. Brittany Louch gets his own. Checks up. Ludon watching her closely. Pass across, looking for Snetzinger just out of her reach, out of the net off the far post. Here's Dixon. Dixon controls, gets it to Snetzinger. Snetzinger loses it for a moment with Tersewick's feet, but she'll get it. Tersewick knocks it down, but can't get possession. Backhand slot, pass to the middle. Snetzinger tries to drag it across, but it's knocked off her stick by Slusar in the middle. Great back check by Ringheim here. It's in her feet. Knocked up in the air. Here's Uccio. Backhand. Blocked by Ringheim. Rhea Ringheim controls. Plays it up the wall. Took a weird bounce, but Dixon's ready for it. Dixon plays it up. Tries to get it to Snetzinger. It's off her foot, though, and Ludon can't figure out what the ball is for a moment, and it's checked back up. Snetzinger is knocked off her stick by Ludon. Dixon spins it off Uccio's pick. Shot on goal. Swallowed up by Herb. As number 27 of the Chicklets, who is Doble, was there right on the doorstep, but Herb has it first. 14.4 seconds left in this game. This is going to do it, but pretty dominant win here by the Chicklets during the Ozone. I don't think the Fire Angels will get a goal here. Off the draw, here's Ringheim. She shoots it, lifts it way too high, and kills about 3 seconds off that, and then rips out of play. A good chance for Ringheim, but maybe a little more lift than she wanted, and it's clear out, so that's in neutral territory where the draw will go. Ringheim will want that one back, but that's all right. It's the end of the game anyways. They're up by 2. Doesn't really matter. Off the draw this time, the Fire Angels win it. Chipped down. It comes out at center. Pass across. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And that'll do it. The Chicklets will win this game. Lisa Hill stood in her head here. It's a shutout. 11 shots on. Saves all 11 of 11 there. And that'll do it for this game. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it.